Hello and good morning to all my lovely celebrities and angels with a Z. What is up, people? It's a beautiful day to go for a very, very long punishment walk to the methadone clinic because once upon a time I missed one appointment and I have to go every day again, even though I had just been bumped up to monthly. But that's okay because this is exercise, this is nature, this is content, and I'm excited for this journey. So what's up? I saw King was already in chat. I put in my Dunkin' order, so we're just walking to pick that up, and it's pretty early, so I have plenty of time to get to the clinic. Don't have to like rush walking there. The only rush is that I feel like a little bit in methadone withdrawal. It's hard to tell like what's me like psyching myself out because I have like a lot of physical ailments, which is pretty gay. But you know, there's a lot I can do in my lifestyle to improve my health. Like not chain smoking or drinking 8,000 Red Bulls a day. And then be like, why am I anxious? Why am I anxious? All I do is smoke weed and drink Red Bull. Hey, Static, how are you? Hi, gamer. What's up, people? This is the methadone clinic fashion look of the day. It's just like weird weather. I don't know. I have bad temperature regulation, so I prefer to overdress than underdress. It's probably like 70 degrees out, though, so I don't necessarily need the turtleneck and the hoodie, but the wind feels like a knife cutting into me. So I don't like it. I prefer to be more covered, you know? Softens the blow. It's brutal out here in the elements, people. I want to go back to bed. This is brutal. To quote Cat's Eye, this is gnarly. Jeff is doing his Madhouse on his own channel. Good for fucking him. Good for him. I actually, from the few times I watched him, I thought he actually was like a good performer and like a good conversationalist. He has a wide range of like knowledge on different topics. He totally intellectually domed Keem over and over. And we all know that's why he was actually fired, not for someone else talking about Brant's for JJ. Anyway, what's up, Truth Seeker? How are you? Good morning. I came here yesterday and like forever. Yay! Thank you. I just got a notification from some lolcow show. It's like more changes to the LCU. Oh wow, that is so new and newsworthy that someone got fired from the lolcow universe. Who was it this time? Twiggy for the 100th time? Roxy for the 100th time? Boogie for the 100th time? Like, switch it up. If they're gonna be faking shit, get better at it. Get better at it, you know? What the hell? Good morning. What's up, EAE? You get your workouts by watching me walk. You guys should be walking along with me, okay? You have no excuse. You should all be on your own punishment walks. You know, it's been a humbling experience. Suffering is good. It's good to suffer. That is just the natural state of being, is to exist in a state of want and desire. And that's okay. She's getting healthy. She's getting fresh air. She's getting sunlight, even though I have tons of sunblock and a hat on so that it doesn't actually make contact. The eyebrows are fire. Thank you. Thank you. I didn't shower yet. I'm gonna shower before I go to work. So I just touched up some makeup real quick. Try to make myself look okay. Look a little camera ready. They're always changing things in the LCU. Yeah, it's psychotic. I need to, here, there's a spot where I normally sit down over here. Let me know how the connection is, because sometimes on these walks, I've like, on my last punishment walk, it like disconnected for a while. Ooh. Wait, I want to fill this side over here. So unlike every other establishment in New Haven that says no blacks, no gays, no nothing, right here, they actually do take people of all colors at that restaurant. So progressive. Ruby, would you still walk daily if you looked at a block? I don't know. I mean, I try to be somewhat safe in the places I go. It depends, you know. I don't usually carry or even own valuables for people to steal, so, you know, but the higher risk is me relapsing and, like, you know, hanging out with some drug dealers or something. I don't know. But that's not even on the risk radar. Whew. Because your bitch is sturdy. The bedroom dirty. The people screaming. What are they meaning? We are just memeing. Beautiful. Looks like it's gonna be a beautiful, clear day. So, I just got my energized coffee. I usually like it with almond milk, but they haven't had that. And lately, I've just been getting bagels toasted with nothing on it because I'm a skinny bitch. I just had like a bite of it, so I'm getting nauseous. And then I'm gonna light a cigarette, and the journey continues. YouTube didn't send a notification, just randomly went to your page. Bro, I feel like I haven't been getting notifications out. My views vary so much though. But there's definitely been a dip, like, and like last Celebrity Sunday had like, I think half as many views, but also was half as long. Woohoo! Thank you, Tommy King. We got $9. $9. She will holler at King. We can do the thing. We can fuck. We can fuck. Let's fuck. Just kidding. Cause I'm celibate. Too public. Connection is good, but always go bad when you walk in a store. Yeah. And sometimes it like won't come back for some reason. All right, I just had a bite of bagel. I'm full. That's my food for the day. Also, we've got, I read almost all of this last night. Surprisingly easy read. I've been really into like philosophy from like the 15th century. This is Francis Bacon. He was just like a broad, like an intellectual of multiple arenas. What's up? Maybe. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I love them.
Everybody, all the good stuff. I can never find it.
Sorry, I know it's like nothing.
No, it's okay. God bless you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
But this was in the free pile. And it didn't fall apart or anything. A lot of the books in the free pile, sometimes they have like spine issues, so when you open it, it falls apart. We need a Ruby Cook With Me stream. They're coming. Hang tight, buddy. Hey, Skyrim. Hey, Oscar. Hi, Farzan. Can you review Lala's meltdown after the gay bar? If someone sends me the clip of it, yeah. I can't right now because I'm on my phone. Also, I have my new Don't Forget Shit journal. And in it, I'm writing little quotes, you know. I have my number in here in case it gets lost. You know, we've got some quotes, Kierkegaard. We've got some biblical, Socrates. I'm hitting up all the classics because I need that wisdom. Knowledge, it's like a hunger. I was sexy when I was younger. Then I got old, did not do what I was told, but now I'm having fun. Alright, let's get out of here. We need to start moving this, keep this show on the road. The full outfit. Still doing my health cloth, comfy mommy. Yes, it's a beautiful day. Yes, I'm afraid of the sun. Who loves the sun? Not everyone. Who loves? All right, let's get this show on the road and spread the word, because YouTube sure ain't doing that. Hey, Doge. Bacon over sausage. I've been totally vegan lately. I've always been vegetarian, but I can't bring myself to eat any animal products. It's too gross. But that's great, even healthier, because cheese and like eggs and all that shit is fattening and gross. It's just gross. Like, it's from a tit of a creature that's meant for young. It's weird. It's giving mommy issues. It's giving serial killer. Like, don't drink milk. It's gay. Hey, Nikki, how are you? Wait, she hasn't seen the Lalo meltdown? Did Lalo really melt down? I saw the clips that I reviewed on Celebrity Sunday of like Ben berating and trying to get Lalo to say he was gay for like 6 hours. Then they all left hostel. I've seen like bits of struggle sessions, but what did Lalo? I didn't see that part actually. No, I don't think so. Is it more important to be skinny or healthy? It's more important to be healthy, because your health is your wealth. And you know, you don't realize what you've got until it's gone, until you've dealt with like serious health issues or mental health issues or something that impairs you. Then it becomes very clear how much you can do with a healthy mind and body that you can't do with a sick mind and body. It's very limiting. Good morning, Jody. Farzan, okay, you saw it. It's profoundly psychological. It really is. It really is. And if you watch Sam Vaknin videos, I've even included this like in a clip in Celebrity Sunday before of Sam Vaknin talking about how narcissists tend to have some kind of like paraphilic sexuality, whether it's incest, pedophilia, you know, or, well, gay isn't a paraphilia, but it's atypical. And given that the narcissist is infatuated with themselves, they are attracted to the same sex at times. And we all know that Ben hates women and loves him some dudes. Also, I'm talking with, I don't know who's still here, who was here my first rodeo on YouTube 4 years ago, but I reunited with another streamer I used to collaborate with named Jordan, and he was like kind of like a black groyper conservative, very conservative, but like that kind of like weird groyper shit. Hopefully he's moved on. I've changed a lot in my politics. I used to debate, you know, from an ultra like leftist viewpoint often. Well, if anyone's still in here, let me know if it comes back. Fuck. Dang it. Yay, we are so back, bitches. I don't know what happens. This happened before where just the signal just drops, but for me it looks fine. And out of nowhere, my chat will just go to like 8, and I'm like, wow, I guess I'm so boring that everyone left. Going through the bus stop. CT Transit. It's fine if you're like going up and down Whaley, up and down Dixwell, or up and down Whitney, but I hate using the bus for like anything else but that, because it's so unreliable and I just get frustrated and wait, and then the second I stop waiting is when the bus comes, and it's just like, just always tends to go like that. So it's just more straightforward to just walk there instead of feeling like impatient waiting for a bus that may or may not show up. We're so back. It's a beautiful green. Beautiful, historic. We can do the scenic route because we got it was my alarm to be like, bitch, wake up. Bitch, I is awake. Hi, seagulls. Hi. These are street seagulls. Gotta watch they're cute, but they'll, see, look, that one has blood on its mouth. That's probably from stabbing out someone's eye. Fucking seagulls. Yeah, I see you. I know what you guys do. Little blood beak. All right, here's the green. Welcome to the New Haven Green. This 16.5 acre outdoor space is do you know what they're not gonna tell you? This 16.5 acre outdoor space was originally a giant graveyard. And as recently as 10 years ago, one of the trees fell over and pulled up a dead body with it that everyone on the green saw. I think that's the more interesting historical info about the New Haven Green. But it's a beautiful landmark. There's beautiful churches right on the green. I've gone to a church like on the other side. But I want to go to the ones that are like right downtown. It's my favorite time of year. Everything coming back to life. Exactly. Honestly, I'm glad these walks it's forcing me to be outside, getting some fresh air and exercise. Like, yeah, it's a bit much because I have to work too, but we're making the best of it, baby. Or so balk. Here's one of the few remaining CVS's or Walgreens. They've been shutting down left and right. And if you do go into a Walgreens, especially like near downtown, even toilet paper is locked up now. You know, it's such a fiasco. The Red Bull's locked up, the toilet paper's locked up, the Diet Coke is locked up. All the Ruby necessities are locked up. So that means that if I want them, I have to go push a fucking button at Walgreens for someone to go open the thing each time for each item. These stores, they ain't gonna make it, baby. This is the last age of the IRL. And then if we keep going straight, we're going straight for the shoreline. And here's where I got my tattoos. Because I was young and impulsive. And I just got an X tattoo because they were, one of the bands that inspired me to be a musician. And especially in my 20s, that's all I ever knew and wanted for myself was to just be involved in the music scene, do music, tour, put out records, and do exactly what I was doing, It's just a shame that, I self-medicated for, like stage fright, and I just couldn't deal. I even get stage fright for streaming sometimes. Not so much phone streams because they're always just when I feel like it. But anything that's set up where I feel like there's any kind of expectation around sometimes. But other times I feel really in my element. So hopefully the connection's still okay. Are you going to get Lalo on to recap? Yeah, I would love to have Lalo on. I always invite him to come on Celebrity Sunday because he's been one of my hot topics. Ava's done some really funny edits of him too. I mean, he's a very a modern figure of confused masculinity, love and denial, metrosexuality, I don't know. It's interesting. These people are a lot younger than me. These people are a lot younger than me. So they grew up in a very different environment than I did, so far as technology and what's normal and socializing and things of that nature. But I would love to have Lalo on for a recap, either for Celebrity Sunday or maybe, hopefully, I feel like my energy is coming back. I took a few days off this past week because I just felt like I had nothing to share. I wasn't feeling talkative, so it's what's the point of firing up a stream if I don't even feel like talking? Sometimes I just need to process, or I just want to read, or just chill and be non-interactive. I'm kind of a diva about it. I'm a fussy bitch. Do you think Lalo has learned his historical lesson or no? No, because the true denial that he has is that he's in love with Grace, because that's the only thing that makes sense. If he was there for content, he would be filming content. Has he fired up one singular stream when there's so many opportunities for him to be let me fire up a stream. Everyone wants to know what he's saying. He doesn't do that. So I kind of get their frustration with what are you doing? But they actually, I guess, think he's gay, even though he's only dated women who have been like on for extensive interviews. So it's like not made up for sure. The Thorpes learned a lesson. They're so delulu. I kind of hope they stay out west though. Like, you know, that's like I don't know, it's maybe more their vibe. Plus there's always like an influx of new people hungry for attention, you know, who are used to dealing with like other narcissists. I don't know. I've never been to California. The furthest out west, like when I was touring and stuff, we would go out to like, we played Minneapolis. That's pretty far west. I forgot about that. Went to the Mall of America. It's really cool. But it's a total, I think that Lalo, he does have some mental health issues. He talks about that. He's on medication because he struggles with his mental health. You know, and that's been something he's come to terms with it himself, and he describes it in certain ways that don't necessarily make sense because I don't think he understands himself. But I do think he's in denial that he's in love with Grace, and he thinks that he's going to be the one to save her if he just like goes along with this for long enough or something, because it doesn't seem to be for the content. That's a cope. That's a lie. I don't think it's for the content. But it's funny, they think they're the ones like being abused by Lalo, not admitting he's gay or something. It's like they you'd think it was a bit if they hadn't been doing this for so long, so consistently. Because it's just so funny how they're so antisocial, but then like project that onto everyone else. They literally don't, like I've said before, they don't have like a theory of mind for others. Like, everything that they don't like that happens is done to them in malice. That's how they understand the world, because that's how they operate in the world, is through malice. Like, so of course they think everyone's as evil as they are. A lot of times people have no other point of reference but their own minds. Hey, what's up, Michael? How are you? He needs to just start agreeing with them. They won't know how to react. Nothing is really good enough for them, because ultimately I think Ben's objective is to just be in this like state of like chaos with like other people in chaos around him, you know, to explain why he doesn't have a job or pay for his child support or, you know, help his daughter get an apartment or do anything to like secure a better life for her. He fosters her worst qualities. It's really sad. But people make mistakes. Nobody could tell me shit when I was that age. Nobody could tell me shit. You know, so I just have to try to remember what it's like to be that young. But yeah, he says I did a poll of my chat, and like 40% of people are with me that they think he's just like Metro, not actually gay. But do you know what else is a thing? Why the fuck do they care so much? Why the fuck? Like, I can't think of anything I care less about than like Lalo's sexual proclivities. It's totally odd. But they're both so like kind of gross and masculine that I think it really is just like if someone showers on a regular basis, they think it's gay. What about the other 60%? We don't need to talk about this, the majority there. The point is, there's a sizable minority of people who are with me. The boy's in love. Nothing else makes sense. He's confused. He's in love. He likes the attention, but he doesn't really get what's going on. Like, he clearly doesn't get it because he like co-signs on to like all their abusive, weird behavior. Like the Aphrodite who they met up with, like asked, I saw a clip that Ava posted of Aphrodite talking about how Lalo and the Thorpes were making fun of her for getting raped, which is true. I don't get why these people are all hanging out. It makes no sense to me. Like, why don't they ever hang out with someone they like? Who do they like? Who in this world do they like and like look up to? I'm like, Lalo in love with Ben. Or there could be something there too. I mean, maybe there is some like daddy issues playing out. I don't know. Come, my lady. Come, my lady. Butterfly. Good job, baby. Lalo is their only longtime collaborator too, so it's like it's an interesting case to me, because I'm just interested in like how the human mind works, and like I'm interested in like how young people are just different now. I mean, this is just a part of aging, I guess, as you look at the next generation, you're like, oh my god, what's going on? But truly, I do think technology and humans is not going to work out. Have you guys been seeing all those commercials for like weird AI movies? I get those like non-fucking stop. I'll be trying to like listen to, you know, some educational little video so I can fall asleep. And then boom, it's like the worst weird like AI movie. But guess what? They're gonna make a bank off that shit because people are dumb. People are dumb. Like literally over half the population IQ under 100. So they're not gonna be able to tell the difference what's AI and what's not. And they're also not gonna care. So I think that's gonna present a real interesting dynamic. Not gonna lie, I'm low-key scared of AI. It feels demonic to me. Same. It does, like, and it's really, I don't know. I don't think that people are gonna, I just don't think the way that humans evolved was not to interface with screens and technology. And, you know, my generation, like millennials, we're kind of like the experiment, but our brains were already fucking developed before we had exposure to screens, exposure to like epistemological confusion, constant everywhere. And most people just do not care. But it's scary, and there's a huge loneliness crisis and mental health crisis. And I know how easy it is to isolate because the internet gives you just enough social interaction to be like, that kind of scratched whatever urge I had to socialize. And, you know, now I can just turn it off and be alone, you know, so I can like fucking jerk off and watch ContraPoints videos or some shit. I don't know. That was weird. I don't jerk off to ContraPoints videos. I used to watch them. I just couldn't come up with a better example. So I think ContraPoints, I admired her as like a content creator, but I have such different views on like the whole trans topic now. And she totally misrepresented autogynephilia, which the real ones know was my first big hyperfixation when I came back to YouTube before I met the Thorpes. Because I was super curious about like the cover up by the general public and trans activists of, you know, actually useful science and data on trans people, what causes it, what works for it, what works for different people. And it's not what's being handed out at these fucking, you know, I don't know. I think life is hard and everyone has their own struggle, their own cross to bear. I've never struggled with my gender. And I don't think I struggled with my sexuality. I always thought I was straight until I just started making out with my very attractive best friend at the time. And then I was like, okay. But I just don't care. I don't know. My family's doesn't care. It's just never been a real, I don't know. It's so interesting, like how this is like a huge deal though in these like hyper conservative spaces, like being gay or trans. I'm not well versed on the topic, but it is interesting. LMAO happens best with. Then you get $20 donation. You gotta say you jerked it. All right, now we're getting to the weird part of town, baby. We're getting to the weird part of town, baby. All right, freaky part of town, let's go. Hi, babe. Alien, that's what Rostov says. What's the latest in the LCU, gamer? I'm trying to think of ways to cover it that aren't going to put my channel at risk for copyright, but I'm going to be looking into just completely different like characters and topics to cover that aren't so like close to home, you know, even though I know people have an interest in like what I say on topics that hit close to home. I guess I don't even know what to say right now. She's delirious. She's delirious. Keem is buying brooms. Yeah, what is this? Are they trying to like manufacture a viral situation called a Broomgate? Like, come on, man. It's so bad. It's so bad. Their audience hates it. All of the comments are hate, like vicious hate. There's not one like positive, like, wow, great show. No. Like they've just like monopolized these like rich autistic people and like convince them they have to like pay to be their friend. It's like the whole system is psychotic and culty and exploitative and reliant on money of easily dupable people. And I think it's wrong to take advantage of people's vulnerabilities. But there are some people who think that's just great. And that people deserve for bad things to happen to them if they are vulnerable. I don't know. I think that's weird, but... I saw a Link Casino clip where Ethan Ralph got beat up and robbed. Did you see that, Ruby? No, but there's been all kinds of drama with like Ethan Ralph and Lynx that I haven't paid that close attention to because I wanted to kind of stay out of it, but it's, I don't know. I don't like that Lynx is dropping DMs. I don't like that Ethan's like making death threats and they're both kind of acting nuts. Like, but it seems there's that, I don't know. I would hold Ethan maybe more responsible than Lynx. But no, I did not see that clip. Honestly, I always, you know, hope that he can overcome his issues and be a better person, a better content creator, a better father. And it looks like his demons are getting the better of him right now. And I hate that. I hate that for him. I hate that for Lynx. Yeah, I mean, there was like a week where I thought he was like dead. I don't know what the fuck is going on with the fucking... I can't keep up with it. But I saw that headline and I just assumed it was fake. So I guess I'll have to watch the clip. I know. So everyone should check out Lynx is streaming on Twitch and Kick now. I should be setting up other platforms just in case something happens to me too. I dual stream Celebrity Sunday to Twitch, but I've never done anything on the profile. I don't even know if it's like reaching anyone, honestly. But you never know with YouTube TOS. So I just like to have backup options. It sucks though. It sucks. It's another thing I'm afraid of is like them going after my channel though. The LCU. Also, dude, Ken was freaking out on Jeff, like, for not paying to be a member of his own channel or some shit. Like, these people are so lost in Keem's sauce. It's insane. And plus, Keemstar has some control on YouTube. It's hard to tell how much he has, what's him exaggerating. Like, it's kind of like sometimes terrorist groups like Hamas, if a tragedy happens somewhere, they'll take credit for it because it's like, why not make us seem bigger and stronger and badder? So it's possible. Who knows? I don't know. It seems like Keem does have some strings he's pulling because he seems to get special treatment for what he's allowed to put out onto the platform, which is absolute violent trash, absolute sadism content for idiots. But no, Link's painting figures. But it's from the Keem call. I didn't think it was so explicit to warrant that, but in retrospect, I can see, I guess, how that would be against TOS because it's like sexual, but I don't know. It's definitely fucked. It's scary. I'm walking. Don't kill me. What's up, dancing? Hey, Robin. Robin says, I got gifted a membership there Friday. Oh, nice. I mean, the only way you can interact in that chat is by being a member. I just feel like they're just exploiting these like loopholes in human nature to just make a bunch of money that they just blow on like gambling and drinking and, you know, hanging it out with like, I don't know, bitches popping pussy on the RV or whatever the fucking. Ooh. Should we go up here? Oh my God, there's a body of, that's a person. They're alive. I was gonna say, let's go up this path, but then you can see there's a person. Oops. What's up, Southwest? I'm learning a lot from these punishment walks, but will the punishment eventually end? Hopefully, but it's gonna be a lot of walks. It's gonna be a lot of walks before it ends. Woohoo! Thanks for joining and becoming an official celebrity, Jody. Now you can use the Solalo emoji, War Chief. We've got Ruby Clown emojis, knife emojis. I did upload a weed emoji, but it was taken down. It's kind of dumb. But we got the Diet Coke, Red Bull emoji. I don't know. I'm such a millennial. That's like the part that excites me most about memberships, is the emojis. But honestly, I think that is where a lot of like people who want to make money online, a lot of it is going to be in dressing your like avatar. It's going to be investing in your online persona and space. And anyone who provides tools that people can use to do that is going to be making money. And it seems like, oh, people won't do that. Yep, they will. They will. Are you going to have a Rostov emoji soon? I don't know if he's been like memeable enough for me. I just feel bad for the guy, you know? Like, he seems like a nice guy, and Keem's gonna ruin him and like either turn him into a monster or break this poor man. You know he's not gonna be the host for long. Nobody likes it. They're begging for Wings, the domestic abuser bag. Like, holy shit. Like, the whole point of the show that was somewhat intriguing about rehabbing lol cows or whatever, like Keem frames as, because Keem, what he wants, he got some clout, he got some money, he wants people to think he's a good guy because he can feel, you know, public opinion is quite against him more so than ever, and people aren't thinking it's cool that he's like hated and edgy. It's just kind of like, you're cringe, you're old, you suck, your shows suck, your content sucks. And Wings don't want to come back. Let's grow some wings so I can fly to the road, baby. Time for Siggy. Very Black Mirror, abso-fucking-lutely. It's so Black Mirror coded, the whole thing. And that's what's kind of kept me intrigued, but now it's like this big copyright, like getting banned risk. And that's not going to ever stop what I talk about. I just have to be smart in how I talk about it. So when I do commentate on the LOLCO universe, I'm just going to be using still images. and just sharing my opinions, you know. I think that's fairly safe. Ruby playing Frogger, yeah. With everything on the line. IKEA. I never ever go there. I think it was odd that like we're in like beautiful like Haven, historic Haven, million things to do, places to be, places to go. The only place Ben and Grace ever wanted to go was to fucking IKEA so they could sit down and eat shitty coffee and like struggle session in IKEA. Jody says, I cannot get into any of these lolcow shows. They all suck. Yeah, at this point, I'm just tuning into clips or every once in a while, like skim through an episode just to see if there's anything super weird going on. And I think it's very odd that like, I think that Kim does have some weird feeder fetish or like a fetish for like autistic men being under his complete control and like breaking these people. It must be like a fetish. Because it's not even like the level of it being lucrative has just been a steady decline. These shows aren't catching on. They're not creating their own audience. They're just siphoning around their audience, trying to squeeze out every penny they can from these retards before they jump ship and do a different project. The IKEA was probably built on an Indian burial ground. That'd be a fun parking lot to skateboard in. I bet you're not allowed to though. Oh. All right, we got like another 20 minutes or so. But we're coming up on the shoreline. I believe this is 95 highway here. I'm not a driver, so I don't know if that makes sense. But what turns me off to the whole lolcow universe is the scripting Mike. Yep. Dude, Mike is such cancer for that universe. And like, I don't know. To me, it seems like these people are on drugs, honestly. He seems pilled out and like sketchy. And he's not talented for content. He got famous for being associated with someone else famous. That's it. Like that doesn't give you special sauce just by working with this person. It's not like they're hot and relevant, so their clout is gonna give you something. Like these fucking boomers, like Keemstar. He wouldn't know what's like relevant or interesting if it fucking slammed him in the face. Dude is cooked. Just shoreline. See some ocean action. Wait. Gamer says, and what type of boss of a business that makes his employees do online or public punishments if they fuck up on purpose or accident, not to mention threatening to withhold their pay? It's sick, exploitative, and a power trip every step of the way. From what I've seen and from my knowledge of being, you know, somewhat integrated in that universe for a couple months and then like gradually getting sketched out. And then I wasn't even like posting in that Discord or anything, and I got kicked out just for having links to my show. And I know for a fact that he was like monitoring my Discord. He's so afraid of like bitches like coming in and getting his like his vulnerable audience to be their vulnerable audience. Like, Ruby, I just found out Keemstar and I have some common friends. Have you ever heard of Alki David? No, I never heard of them. But I don't know that much about Keemstar besides this whole lolcow arc he's been on. He is huge. where the sidewalk ends at the methadone clinic. We finally found out. But yeah, I fucked up. I actually was supposed to go to the clinic yesterday, and I woke up at like 4 a.m. not feeling well because I had 2 Bud Lights and like way too many Oreos. So I had like some weird sugar, alcohol, gross feeling. So I woke up super early and I forgot it was Monday. So I just took the methadone that was by my bed, and I was like, oh fuck, I'm supposed to go get dosed in person at the clinic. And I forget because I have tons of bottles from my room. I'm used to just going in like whenever, like, I don't know, once every other week or like once a month like I used to. But it's okay to miss one day. And they were closed on the weekend, which is great. The deadly Oreo Bud Light combo. I'm really sensitive. And this sucks. I kind of wanted to experiment with drinking because one of my old friends wants to hang out, but it's becoming anxiety inducing to me because we get in a lot of like back and forth. We just have a lot of history, like 20 years of history. And she has borderline, in my opinion, severely, and in the opinion of everyone who's ever interacted with her. And I just don't know if I have the emotional stamina to navigate that without freaking out and going like really hard on her. And I don't want to do that. So I thought maybe if we meet up at like a bar, have a drink, that'll soften the weirdness. But I just don't even like how alcohol makes me feel, honestly. More of a weed person. Just makes me feel tired. I'm already exhausted, bitch. Hey, chemist, how are you? It's crazy how bad hangovers get the older you get. Dude, static, it's unreal. But it's also good because already we've got smoking cigarettes, smoking weed. We don't need alcohol. We've got enough chemicals pumping through my veins. It helps with like some of my social anxiety, which I guess I still have. I really thought that I had like overcome my social anxiety, but I think I was just on a lot of methadone. Like, see, and now a bus just went by. So I would have been like waiting, and I'm gonna be there. I'm almost there. So it's like, I would rather be walking, get the exercise, get the endorphins going. It helps a lot with like mental health and my anxiety. Whew. And we've got plenty of time until I have to go into work. So that means I can go home, recover from this, and then take a shower and go to work. That's the rough game plan of the day. But I've been missing streaming. I barely streamed like the last, I didn't Thursday, Friday, or Monday. Well, actually, that's a lie. I did stream yesterday and I deleted it. I ended up deleting it because it was like a stream that was it was a short stream, and half of it was spent just like waiting in Dunkin' Donuts, and like I was like, I don't need this clogging up my timeline. Sometimes it's just nice to do a live just to say what's up with people, but I don't necessarily like need it on my timeline forever for people to like rewatch because it wasn't even that good. Hey Sandra! What's up, Sandra? Right now I work in a bookstore and I've been making money on YouTube. So those two things combined have been providing me with a very comfortable lifestyle. You know, I feel incredibly fortunate for that. Everyone subscribe to Sandra if you aren't already. She's been getting into live streaming because I told her that's a great way to get new people into your channel, to stay connected with fans. It really is. It's like live streaming is the way to go if you're like a YouTube content creator. I think it's becoming more popular than ever. Cool, my hubby worked in a bookstore for 9 years. Awesome. Yeah, I saw you have a lot of books too. And we have like a lot of overlapping interests in like psychiatry and philosophy and stuff. Sandra's a really good poet too. I really like her poetry on Twitter. Highly underrated. But it's like so arbitrary what hits the algorithm, or like what YouTube notifies people of. Oops, I guess I was gonna walk by. Hi. Yay, thanks for posting the link, BB. But yeah, Sandra, let me know next time you stream, and I'll post the links around so that people can find it. Because it can take a while for people to start coming to your live streams. And when I came back to YouTube, I had a few thousand subscribers on my channel when I came back last year. But it took a long time to get any live streaming viewers because that was a totally different content style than the one I was doing. You know, so I'd get like maybe 10, 11, 12 people watching. And even still, I mean, 29. It seems kind of arbitrary. But for me, as long as there's people to interact with, that's just fine and dandy, baby. All right, Sandra, let me know. And the other thing is, like, tell your audience in advance. You can make a link for a live stream just on your phone. So that way you can post on your Twitter and make a YouTube post like, hey guys, I'm planning on going live at this time, just so your audience knows. So then you have to remind them, like, you know, because there's a lot of content out there. Your lives have really taken off, especially Celebrity Sunday. I know Celebrity Sunday has been doing awesome. I got spoiled from like a couple weeks ago. It's like hitting over 200 viewers. So now when I just get only 100 viewers, I'm like, oh, it's less. That's how relative it all is, you know? So I try not to get too hung up on numbers. It's more about, do I feel good about the content? Is there an audience that's finding it and connecting with it? Like, there's a lot of different factors. And I really enjoy just interacting with my audience, whether there's 100 people or 20, you know? I just find it to be fun. It helps the walks go by faster. Hey, Gummy, how are you? Gummy Frog in the house. Dude, that was funny. Oh, I mean, it wasn't funny. We had to eject a couple people from my Discord. One of them I just have a lot of mixed feelings on with Armani because he seems like a good kid. He just was getting in fights all day, every day, to the point where it's getting like, whoa, like, I guess maybe you can't handle being here, I guess. And it was a tough choice. But then there was another person we removed named Sir Mikey, who, if you are someone who watches the Thorpes ever, you might recognize his name in chat being like, yo, Ben, you owe me $30. Because apparently once Ben was out of cigarettes because Grace wasn't around to mommy him. So he had to beg some like random chatter who kindly sent him money for cigarettes, and then he just never paid it back. Ruby, your streams are 10 times better than anything in the lolcow universe. Thank you. I actually agree, but only because I think that universe is so bad, not because I think I make this like amazing content. I think it's, you know, it's hit or miss, but I try really hard to put out something consistent and enjoyable for the people that feels like authentic to what I want to do at the same time. Because if it's not authentic to me and I'm not enjoying it and I'm not in it, that's it. I don't know, I can't fake that. And I feel like that's the main driving point of my channel, is leading with like authenticity and being forthcoming. So that puts me in a good position with chat, because it's like, yeah, I'm pretty honest about what's going on, and so people are usually in the loop. Have you seen Sir Mikey's channel? It's 11-year-old girl. I don't know what that's all about. Dude, oh yeah, so that's why we kicked him out of my Discord and I banned him from the channel. But yesterday, it was like yesterday morning, I guess, was that stream. Someone gifted a membership. I deleted it, that's why it's not up anymore. Someone gifted a membership, and one of them went to Sir Mikey. But I still had to ban him because it was way too sketchy. That's not his kid. That's not his grandkid. It's not a niece. He just has some random girl like re-uploaded on his channel, very obviously. And it's sketchy. It's sketchy. Plus he's from the Thorpe universe. That's like already that, plus the weird little girl videos. It's like, not a good look, my brother. What's up, Foreman? Get a selfie stick. I know, I need to get a new one. I had one, well, I had just replaced one not that long ago, and I broke it already. I just break everything I touch for some reason. LCU IRL events are always going to end up being a disaster. Look what happened to Fat Camp. Dude, Yeah, I'm surprised Fat Camp ended without any major lawsuits or arrests. I mean, there was a couple police calls, but it was a fucking disaster. It was a reckless fucking disaster. And it was disturbing. It was disturbing. It was like literally like a psychological horror movie. And it's like, okay, Keemstar, he's like this, he really is. It's just like revenge of the nerd. Keemstar being the nerd. You know, he's got those weak shoulders, weak chin. He hides his biggest goatee. You know, he's a smaller man in stature. Instead of just owning that and like growing good qualities of himself to be an appealing person to the world, he just doubled down on being a monster, got clout for it. And that's the story of Keemstar. And, you know, now he's going to enact his revenge upon the world and on society for him being an eternal victim. Mikey getting gifted was a cosmic joke. I know, that was funny. It was like right when we were arguing about it. I was like, no! Other people deserve that, not him. I should have kicked him quicker. Ruby, show your vampire teeth. My canines are like crazy because I lost my retainer. And I still have my wisdom teeth because I really don't function that well. I need to get my wisdom teeth removed because they're pushing all my teeth together and causing it to be like super crowded. But it's still not as bad as my teeth were before I had braces. So, I don't know. I used to feel like I didn't want to smile for pictures or stuff. So it helped me getting braces. Even though I had like full metal braces from age 27 to 29. I heard the LCU, they were like planning some kind of meetup, right? I wonder what those people are going to be like that show up. Very curious. I want to suck your dick! That's what horny ejaculate says. Good day outside. Yeah, it's beautiful out. We are almost there, baby. I'm gonna get dosed, feeling the most. Fun, good time, happy, happy clinic. Oh, the $30 guy. Yes! That's who it was! The $30 guy. Do you know how, as a meme, people post like EFD 306? I started posting like EFD 306, Mikey 30, and just keeping and then OPC Don 300, just to keep track of the debts. Then we have the furniture place, which is named Jordan's, which is the name of someone I'm setting up a collab with. Not an IRL, but I'm planning on going onto his show. He does like a political show, but it's just funny because we go so far back and we both came back to YouTube after very long hiatuses. So it was funny to reconnect with them. But they were an interesting like conversationalist because, you know, I'm still like moderately left. And there's still points of a debate from that perspective. And I enjoy talking to people with different perspectives. And he's, from what I recall, seemed like a nice guy. All right. There she blows. This used to be college. I wonder if we can get in here. I like filmed something over here years ago. I think it was just for like a random Instagram video. The Ruby Spacek prototype. There we go. My phone. Whew. We are basically here at the clinic. We made it, people. Holy shit, how did the lids down? Fumble. Oh, I know, right? That was lucky. And 44 dynamic, $30. Please, someone write out a list and then we can just post that everywhere. Even though usually I think like copy pastas and shit like that are broadly just fucking annoying, you know, but sometimes it is a little funny. I know, it's a nice building. I got my sativa pen. It like barely does anything. I like don't feel high from it, but it helps with like my nausea. Because I take a bunch of pills and drink coffee on an empty stomach while in methadone withdrawal. Ew, what is this? Ew. Put this on that. Oh, nice, a phone. Hello, police? I'm scared. Hello? Armani Rants were copy pasta worthy. Yeah, but that's also why I want to like kind of. I just think he doesn't. I don't know. We did a poll and like the vast majority of people agreed that he should leave the Discord, but it's hard because I really hate to ban people. I've been really trying to be in my non-ban era, but I also don't want my Discord to end up like Grace's Discord or just like a shithole of like gay copy pastas and like randos. So there has to be some cultivation and some decisiveness on my part. Ooh, let's go inside that little box. Cool. I used to go into like abandoned buildings and stuff a lot when I was little. Should find some old pictures. There was like, I used to get like spray paint, and me and my friends would go in like buildings that were gonna get torn down and just like spray paint our tags in there. Wait, is this an active thing? Is it like... This is so cute. Ruby's next apartment. Well, welcome to my new house. Oh, this is just like the perfect little place to shoot up, dude. Peekaboo. Already we got someone's been partying. They got cheetahs in this bitch. Whoa, looks like a bomb went off. Oh, there's a fire. Oh. Another reason to wear tights and to stay covered up like I do is because it's tick season, baby. Everyone watch out for ticks. I got Lyme disease that fucked with me, and potentially still the reason why my joints hurt, but I don't know what I believe. I think it's all psychosomatic. I think I'm just crazy. And my brain makes me sick because it's broken. Milkshake, yes. Dude, I couldn't find, well, I'm sure I have old pictures on my Facebook. I could find it. But you used to be able to find it on Google. If you Googled like New Haven CT, milkshake. So don't forget to smash that like button, people. Every single like has like a 1-to-1 correlation with my mood, where it just goes up. One like up, another like up, another like up. Until I'm like overflowing with an abundance of being liked and feeling like, wow, I really mean something in this world. Look at this flower. See, if I was Grace, I would do this. Hey, innocent creature, let me squash you. Apparently I'm the only person who was like deeply disturbed by Grace needlessly like stomping a cockroach during like some freak out in Hollywood. That was, oh, I hated that. I just, disturbs me. Just killing small, innocent little creatures because you're mad. But it's like, okay, they're cockroaches. They're disgusting, you know? I think it's like one thing, I believe in stand your ground. So when a bug enters my home, and if I try to get to leave and it does not go along with my commands, then I do believe I have stand your ground, and I will just try to drown it or something. But I really, 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 really try not to hurt bugs or any animals because it bothers me in an extreme way. Don't forget her kicking the dog. Dude, yeah. Pause. You have Lyme disease, Ruby? Yeah. I don't really talk. Well, I had it. I was like feeling really sick and like basically was not leaving my bed for years. I was only able to sustain myself because I was doing like OnlyFans, so I made enough money to support myself, but be basically a non-functioning person. And eventually, I just couldn't take it anymore. So I went to see a bunch of doctors. After seeing many doctors and not knowing what was wrong, eventually I saw a doctor and he's like, oh, I know. I get patients like you all the time. Let me test you for Lyme disease. Because you could have had Lyme disease that went untreated, and that's what's causing your issues. Because it's very popular where I live. So I tested positive for Lyme disease. And then I did, oh, look, there's that Tesla boxcar we see around sometimes. I did a 1.5 years of antibiotics. And my health issues broadly got better, but there's still like some joint pain and just like nausea and fatigue and stuff randomly. But I feel like everyone has stuff. I just express this so people understand, like when I end up disappointing them by not performing or showing up or something, that they understand it's, you know, it's not because I don't want to. It's because I feel like I'm dying. You don't believe in squatters' rights for cockroaches? Like right now, I'm giving squatters' rights to a couple spider webs in my room because they help with smaller bugs. So we have like a mutual agreement that I'm not fucking with them, they don't fuck with me. But anyone else, like, yeah, try to get them out, but try to just put them outside. Ugh. Ugh. It's so disturbing to me. I have a friend who's like, she has like OCD around animal suffering. Like, you think I'm bad about like hyperfixating on that. It'll ruin her week if I tell her that there was like a puppy that got hit by a car. It will ruin her week. This is the friend who I'm afraid to meet because she's intense, but I'm intense. That's why we're friends. Both little crazy artists. She's the painter. I'm the musician. Take over to Haven. Put it in a position. Position CEO. That's all I fucking know. Playing this place like a little fucking rodeo clown, looking like I'm upside down from. I'm now here, and I can't film inside, so I'm thinking if I just want to pause it, because then you can come for the Uber back. I think I might do that. I don't know if I'm gonna walk back. Let me do that because I'm gonna be bored waiting for the Uber. I don't think I have to see account.